Hey, good morning and welcome to Podcasts from the Pit. I'm Casey.
That's Eric.
Eric, we can't hear you. Can't hear you. Are you muted?
How about now?
Now we can.
Sorry.
Great start.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it real quick. I'm Casey, Eric, Ronnie Trickshot, and with us for the first time is Scott, G.I.
Hey,
Joe
guys.
for fun.
Good morning.
And here I was trying to be all, well, here we go, people. I was trying to use my announcer voice.
Well,
And we all thought it was going to happen to this guy. It wasn't going to work out.
Yes, we had extreme technical difficulties backstage, but they're all sorted out now. It's good.
they're
Well,
all resolved.
I was, whenever we was getting ready to cut, I muted my mic to like scratch my nose, and I forgot to unmute it. Yeah. Now we know, and now he's half the battle.
Something like that.
Absolutely, it is.
It's great to have you on, Scott.
Yeah.
I will apologize to everyone that the video that I'm going to show is not. It's my fault. Did not get it. It's smaller than I wanted it to be because the dioramas are amazing, but we're going to show them anyway.
Beautiful.
And it was my first time making a video. So I missed the part on the bottom where it says size.
So was this filming a video or actually making a video? Because there's two parts to making a video.
Well, I guess I was taking the pictures.
You were filming
and I was adding them into a slide, making a slideshow out of them.
Okay, all right, no worries. I understand.
Well, I have failed.
So you didn't film anything. You don't worry about it.
Okay. You're confusing me. You're making my.
I'm confused myself.
You're making my little hillbilly brain hurt.
Quick, Casey,
Let's
talk
say hi
about
to the chat real quick. We have Adam.
Adam.
Oh, man, I should have read that first.
Oh, Adam. Crikey.
Happy Saturday.
Joe Hunter,
Happy
73.
Saturday,
How are
Joe
you?
Hunter. How's things in Australia, Joe?
And Larry, Steve's got something for you. Or Scott, I'm sorry. Scott.
Oh,
He
yeah.
pinned something nice up for you to see.
Aaron will appreciate it too.
I'm just trying to think of a song to sing for Larry because he loves it when I sing. I'll come up with something.
How about the whatever.
Good morning, Rex Ship.
Just whatever.
Yeah.
Hello, Rexship. Rexship and I were chatting via Instagram a short time ago. It was good.
Morning,
Yeah.
Foot.
Good. The best customizer
Good.
in town.
And we also have GI Jokers.
Morning,
The best
Jokers.
Instagram
Morning,
account
guys.
on Instagram. It's a
Thank
very
you.
good Instagram account.
Yorktown Joes. Good morning.
Morning, Yorktown.
Phil. Good morning.
Domo arigato.
You said it. Oh, we have to play that tomorrow.
Hey, Danny. How are you?
Danny?
Come on.
Morning, Danny.
Yep, it's
It was
very late evening here, Danny. You know.
It was a blast having you on last week, Danny.
Mhm.
Dude, that episode went so fast that I
So
did not
many
realize it was
pieces.
almost
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many
Yeah.
pieces.
I really liked his setup. Like, he had like his camera on sepia or something, or I don't know how he did that. That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, real dark in the background.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just like a Renaissance painting coming out.
It was good. It's very good.
He did it was a blast having him on here.
Hmm.
So we're wanting to have him, Foot, and maybe
Campbell.
another, well, maybe. Yeah. On here at the same time, just let him go. Just let him talk.
Just let them talk about customizing, and I mean, we
Yeah.
wouldn't have to do a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what type of paint they're using.
Yeah.
process of how they, go about. Because I could, like Tony's figs, he customizes the such, and I just want to know what goes through his head when he sees something. I wonder if he already sees what he wants to do with it. He's running through his mind of what he needs to do to make what he wants out of it. And it's just fascinating because all these guys have so much talent that I don't have. Which includes, I love dioramas, so I'm excited for today.
Yeah.
I'm working on one diorama, but I'm not impressed with it.
And I'm thinking on one, and if I do it, it's going to be huge.
Yeah,
And
that's the problem you run into. That's the problem.
Because I'm wanting to take the 83 headquarters.
Good morning, Jim. First time.
Morning.
Nice. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Yep. Legend.
And I'm wanting to take that and turn it into a 3-4 foot tall diorama.
Yeah,
Build a
buddy.
pit under it.
That's the way to do it.
But I just don't know how to do it.
Well, it all starts off with this. You get yourself big old sheets of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, something just fell off the roof.
Yeah, we had that was a bubble.
I think you smashed a light bulb or something.
Some trouble for that bubble.
Good morning, Gaz.
Get yourself big old sheets of that and chop it down to the sizes that you want. And match that headquarters. And whenever you and I first started chatting about it, I'd suggest, build under.
Yeah.
Have your headquarters on top. Like the
For
way
sure.
I'm working on back here, the pit, there it is, 2 floors of the 6. So it has begun. It is starting, and it'll just take up that whole back corner over here. So that's the goal.
I can see where it takes up a lot of time and space, and
yeah.
Scott, are you married, mate? Do you have a significant other?
It's true. Yeah, I want to give a whole lot of love and praise to that woman who sits back and lets me be me. She met me, and So yes, I have a wife. We have no children. We are the children.
Yeah.
But I married
same as me, mate.
I married a bassoonist. She's trained in classical bassoon. And I grew up heavy metal and punk rock, and and so opposites really work that way. She supports me, and buying $12 GI Joes at a time type of thing.
Thanks, Adam. Please hit that like button. We are trying to grow.
Yeah.
Casey, did you know that Scott and I are in the same GI Joe photography collab group on Instagram?
I did not.
We are indeed. So
it's very true.
Yeah,
we got some fella going around taking Joker's pictures, not putting credit to everybody, huh?
I saw that. Yeah. That's a bit rough. Yeah, that is a bit rough. But yeah, I've been a bit lax in making some submissions over the last couple of weeks, but I'll have to get back on the horse. It's
You're gonna get
just
fired.
so hot. No, it's just so hot. I can't. I take
bet.
all my photos outside, and I just Anyway, we'll get back to it.
I think it's like 20-something degrees here today.
Well, we're in a flood warning till like 3 a.m. in the morning tomorrow morning.
Usually it's springtime down in the Ohio Valley where you got to worry about monsoon season.
Yeah, it was thundering the other night. Thunder and lightning. Yeah. But we're looking for freezing rain again Tuesday. Freezing rain, snow.
Eric, I reckon you should. Eric, you should go out there and shoot at it, and it'll go away, mate.
Scare it. There you go.
I'll get on that.
So we want to hit this video here soon so we could talk about dioramas. So let's start with Eric. Did you get anything this week?
Yes, I did. I got a diorama.
Hey, all right.
And other than that, that's it. I like it. I've got all my one brain cell firing, trying to figure out what to do with it.
Now, is that 118 scale or 112 scale?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. I just dive in for it and I throw Joe up there and it looks proper. I'm an expressionist. I'm not a technical trained painter. I'm not a technical trained anything. And I have a ruler. I have got my quick square, but I like to eyeball it all. Get the imagination station happening.
Yep.
Maybe 1 inch makes 1 foot. You know what's that matter?
Right. So use that scale. Use that square to scale things. Unreal.
Oh yeah, I will. So I'll grab a picture from a comic book and see that it's 1/4 of an inch, and I'll go ahead and make my adjustment and say that's about approximate to a 1 inch on what each of those is going to relate to. Yeah,
unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. Good morning, Zazel.
Sorry,
morning, Zazel. You're all right.
But yeah, it's just a simple and just this is my favorite. I love this.
Hello.
Yeah.
Crikey, Moses. That's not a knife.
And just hack and slash. Yeah, it's I suppose I could probably get a little bit more dialed in if I actually brought up photographs and worked from what it is.
Oh yeah.
Every once in a while I'll drive through my neighborhood and I see an abandoned building and I'll photograph it and I'll use it as an idea to start off, but I'm not using it as a 1-to-1. It's a fun to fun, right? So yeah, life's too serious.
But no, that sounds like the right way to do it, honestly. I think sometimes if you try to go too technical, you lose the fun aspect and you don't do it. You just, I don't know.
Yeah,
Ronnie,
do what interests you most.
Yeah. Ronnie, you get anything cool in this week?
Well, I did. I've got a few things.
Right on.
First of all, there was a gentleman around the corner from me selling this.
What is that?
That is a pencil case. And it's still in the packet, like it's unopened.
Right,
so
yeah.
I don't know whether to unopen it or not, but
I mean, if you're not going to put pencils in it, I'd leave it the way it is.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're not
going to put pencils in it, use it.
Yeah.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
That was a massive $10 Australian, so $5 American at the moment.
Good price.
Oh, yeah. Couldn't say no. I
like those odds and ends things that are not toys, but they're toy related.
Yeah. Did I show you this as well? I got this from a guy in the Adelaide Hills a couple of weeks back. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a little Aladdin thermos flask, so I can drink my scotch. And, I'm told that this was all different colors, like it was red and green and yellow, but it's all faded, but still good. I mean, I've got to find an excuse to take that to work. But that's another example of those things that aren't G.I. Joe, I suppose. I got some figures as well. So I got this guy. That is a 90s dial tone.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen that figure before.
Really?
Yeah.
Now you have.
Yes,
I'm a big dial tone fan because he was my first Joe, obviously.
Right.
And I reckon this was probably the last one from the ARA run that I was looking for. So he's 93, 92, 93, I think. It's very cool. But the best thing about him is this helmet. It's real.
Yeah, those helmet and that big flare on the back.
It's real Starship Troopers. I got this guy as well. Steamroller.
Yes.
He's really cool. I've got Sky Creeper.
Fanny pack.
A fanny pack.
Yeah.
Fanny means something completely different in Australia as it does. Yep. So I've got Sky Creeper. He's pretty cool. I got this guy. Is this Ace? This is Ace version 2, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
that is cool.
They're all 90s figures. And I had a Heli Viper before. Adam was actually, I think Adam might have bought it for me. Shark Eyes might have bought it for me. But it had broken tabs on the legs, so I picked up another one with the tabs intact, so
Nice.
I can put his gun onto his legs. So I've had a pretty good week. Boys. It's been
Good morning, Peter. He says you got some nice pickups.
Yeah, yep, thank you. So a fanny pack, eh?
So you don't go talk to your Aunt Fanny?
All right, so my turn this week. I hope we don't start losing people watching when I start showing off all the Motu I just picked up.
Yeah. Oh, did I mention I got a battle cat? No, sorry.
This is my first Super 7 Skeletor. The first one I've seen out of the Super 7 line, but I got a good deal on them from Faraday Toys, so I picked them up. They could fight.
I did not know they made Motu like that. Super 7.
I did not either. And look at that. Thanks, Zazel. Motu is A-okay. That's right. Which reminds me, I miss Mo Tuesday.
Zazel, can you tell me in the chat how many beers you've had tonight, mate?
I also picked up Ninjor.
Nice.
I've been looking for him for a couple of years for a decent price. Got him for a decent price. I got Flying Fist He-Man.
Wow.
Now, I got most of these with, pretty much all of them with credit I had left over. Their Dragon Blaster Skeletor.
Are you going to crack them open, or do they stay in the packet?
No, I open almost everything.
Dude, you should film some of that. You should film some of that and put it on your channel.
Well, the only two things I opened that I got the other day so far is I got a couple Horde Troopers, which I'm going to troop build. I'm up to 4, plus I got the leader, Horde Prime.
He's unreal.
Yeah, I love Motu. Can't help it. I think that was it for this week. That's enough. So we got a podcast from the Snake Pit. I like it.
Yes.
And Zazel's got a response. Real men don't count beers.
Just drink them.
Were they Fosters? That's what they say. That's how they say beer in Australia.
If you want to impress someone from Australia, instead of asking if they drink Fosters, just say you've been drinking Coopers. There's a good independently owned Australian beer. That one, Coopers.
Why y'all frown on Fosters so much? They build Australia.
It's got nothing to do with us. I don't know.
The minimum, I would say 4, which is what I got, but I'm going to shoot for 10 as long as I can keep finding them at a decent price.
I think the minimum is 5, because then you can arrange them in a nice triangle.
Oh,
one
very good.
Front, and then 2, and then 3.
Well, That's why I got the leader. Put him in the middle.
Oh, of course. Very good point.
And Zazel says, but they do count their slaughters.
Absolutely, they do.
And
Scott.
Shark Eyes is letting you know what's wrong with Foster's, Eric.
Oh.
How would you know what that tastes like?
Oh.
That's what Rexship's asking him right now.
Adam works with animals, boys. I'm sure it's
that is true.
Yeah, by accident or on purpose.
Yeah. Shark Eyes, man. I don't mean no disrespect. It's all love.
Stop drinking cat urine, Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make you go blind or something.
Yeah. You might start growing whiskers.
Have you picked up anything this week, Scott?
Makes you see in the dark a bit better.
I wound up getting some water slides from Bad Mother Customs.
Yes.
I started making those Insecticons, and I started blasting those on it. Yeah. Because I've been playing around. So
that is cool.
That's what
Are they easy to use? Because I've got some Cobra Troopers that I want to put up.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
you soak it in water for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You grab a knife or a tweezer, whatever's easiest, and it literally slides right on because of the water. Yeah. And you push it down in there, and then you go ahead and you put a sealer on it. Some of them you need to do a white background in order for the detail to come through. These are the white background style ones, but Bad Mother Customs, he's always
on eBay,
come through with quality water slide.
So when you've got a clear water slide, does it dry clear? Like absolutely can't see it. Like you could almost not tell the difference. Or
you'll see the outside rim of that's the biggest scenario I've come into. So if I find myself with a really clean blade, I'll bring it to the image as close to the image as I can and tuck it on there. But yeah. A lot of those sealers, they'll clean the edge. But got new decals.
What kind of sealer would you recommend?
I personally just go ahead. I like that.
Okay.
I like my satin.
You hold it like this.
Yeah, satin.
He was all gangster there for a second. He's like, wow.
Yeah, I keep all my supplies. I got my work table here, and
Well, the reason I was asking is I know there's a product where you can get for water slides where it's like it comes in like a dropper or something. You put it on there and it seals it and sucks it down. And
it's true. Yeah, there's specific stuff for that, but I'm frugal. I'm spend $12 on something like that whenever, do it yourself. Okay. Work your way around it. Yeah.
I'm needing to get some Delta 17 water slides and some Adventure Team water slides.
Oh, heck yeah.
I've got ideas in my brain. So
well, that reminds me, Eric's working on an idea to have an Adventure Team episode. Have a couple guys on. Which I am fascinated for. I'm here for it. I want to learn more about it because I remember having my uncle's old Joes, with the Kung Fu grip and in the Adventure Team. I remember the helicopter. I wish I still had that stuff. But once 3 3/4 came out, I was 10 years old. That was my Joes.
Well, one thing
I can't help you with Adventure Team. I
Mike Atomic. That guy, Mike Atomic. He likes those 12-inch. Does those customs on those 12-inch. Yeah, Mike Atomic.
Okay. One thing I got this week, and I forgot to mention it, is I got the 1970 Adventure Team headquarters this week. And it is massive.
It's like
It's like it's 2 levels. It pops up, and they don't make stuff like that anymore. It's just cardboard and plastic.
Yeah.
So, but anyhow, meanwhile, back to the ranch. Yeah, but I have it. I just need to figure out if I want to try to complete it or sell it, because there's a lot of missing parts to it.
Complete it, make it a project.
Might do that, but also have somebody interested in it. So, but anyhow,
as much as you talk about Adventure Team, you should keep it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll see.
So, seeing as the Adventure Team idea was Eric's idea, does that mean he has to be on that show?
Oh yeah.
That's
of course.
That's the rule. Yeah,
that's the rule.
Yeah. You're stuck. You're stuck on this show, Eric.
That's fine. I've kind of grew accustomed to this show. Casey ain't kicked me off yet for being a hillbilly.
It looks like Doggo has as well.
Yeah. This is a rain dog.
So, like I said before, I am going to throw up the video. I will pause it in between so, Scott can talk about, or if anybody's got questions about some of these.
Let's do it.
And the video does not do them justice. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right,
yeah.
we're paused.
That one was just done for Adam Ant Toys. He had gotten in touch with me and asked for like a castle, medieval style. And so I sent him a half a dozen photographs. And he's like, yeah, I kind of like that one style there. So blasted that out for him. Yeah. I like doing those rafters.
Good morning, Heavy Metal Toy Box.
That looks so cool.
And that's all snapped together with magnets. So that was, the magnet game makes things easy. So I don't have to just send them off like the way I sent yours, Eric.
Yeah.
The magnets make it super easy. So I can just slap it together and throw it in the mail for $8.
Thank you, Zazel and Adam.
Yeah.
The foam that you pulled out before.
Yeah.
Have you used that to produce that?
Correct. That is that Dow Corning foam.
Mm-hmm.
And you can turn this into anything. My first diorama, I just used foam from a VCR box. And a diorama maker on Instagram saw it and he liked what he saw. And he said, you'll do so much better if you just go buy yourself an $8 sheet of this stuff.
Yeah.
And his name's Mr. C. And that guy, he is that person. Wow. Inspired me to start doing all this.
Yeah.
And what a friendly person too.
That's cool.
Yeah. So you just use a blade to cut into it to make that texture to form is that how it works? Or?
Yeah, with something like these bricks here, and I'll use my ruler to make sure that's proper. And you use I like this. It's a rock. It's not a ball of aluminum foil, but it's got all sorts of actual real nice texture.
Yep.
And you push that on in there.
Oh yeah.
And it winds up giving it those beautiful patterns.
It's very cool.
And for the wood up top, you just get a little wire brush.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you just pull it. Make it the shape that you want. And the
sound effects are wonderful.
That's awesome, man. I wondered how you did all that.
Just one cut at a time. And even with the wood, I'll make those lines in the fashion of where I think a knot would be, and then go through with my brush and just really, really accentuate and exploit that line. And I just try to think about, okay, was this wood wet? Was it dry? How old is this wood? And then my brain starts thinking how much moss would have been growing up on it.
Yeah.
Old wood loses all of its brown and becomes more gray. Yeah. So that's kind of another neat thing to look at.
Yeah.
And just those types. Yeah. The stairs are the most difficult thing because you actually have to do real math on that stuff. Yeah.
All right, so let's see.
Oh, that was fun. There's this this hillbilly trailer that I drive past, and there's all
you
these.
Drive past me?
Well, out here in Colorado, you got your mountain hillbillies for sure. And this is darn near a real site. The guy, he does recycling and welding, and there's a whole bunch of old cars around it. But I thought it'd be a perfect place for Naugahyde to be living out of.
Yeah, that's cool.
On the back of that one, it's got an exhaust fan. Just like the way an RV would have been.
Nice. Does the exhaust fan run?
Oh gosh. It's the actual back propeller from a Tomahawk. So yeah, it spins.
Cool.
What? That's an oil rig. But
it sure is, bud. Yeah. I thought I wanted to do something weird like that. So
what did you use to make that? That's got some common household items.
So the little bottom pink portion is a bubble gum container. It's bubble gum by the foot. You just strip. Yeah. So just half of that. And then these are 1/4-inch balsa wood that I've used for the struts. The top hammer is all foam that I've just carved.
Okay. Yeah.
And then it actually is on a pivot, so the sucker would go up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a fun project.
Cool.
That's very cool.
When it got painted up, it looked really decent too.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Oh, hey, there it is.
That looks awesome. That looks like it's out in the middle of the sticks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's got the weathered look. It looks great.
Yeah.
What I tried to do is, like, if there's a before and after pic, I tried to put that in here. So
yeah, I just thought that was a unique. I hadn't seen anybody, build that, and so yeah. And I'm surrounded by that stuff out here in Colorado. You just look out in the fields, and you see that.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Looks like the real deal.
Hey, that's the Florida hillbilly. That's
really?
Yeah, that's the beginning of the Florida, the hillbillies. The thing I liked about the piece I worked on yours was I wound up working that floor so much back and forth, the foam actually kind of became like leather.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of neat. So if you drag your hand across, it's sort of smooth like leather. It's not like foam anymore.
Yeah.
Kind of neat. The more you work it, So, and there's no math figured out. That's not even balanced at all if I start looking at it. Yeah.
I like it.
I like that.
Yeah, playing with shapes. The arc on the back end leads up to the steps, and there's an old mausoleum in this cemetery that I'll drive past. And one day, coming back from work, I spent an extra 10 minutes driving around. And so I can match up those photographs to that building. And
I played a lot of D&D, and that would be awesome for D&D.
Yeah.
My big brother, he had me so wanting to play with his team when I was growing up. As an older brother, he never wanted me around to play Dungeons and Dragons, but
Yeah.
That definitely would have been a great base for something like that.
Yeah, I love that brick. The side there, or is that rock?
Yeah, like a retaining wall type of thing. Yeah.
That's unreal.
All the different colors, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Unreal. Oh, this is cool. It's like Star Wars.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the other great thing. It's just having a versatility in life. Be able to learn how to paint or sculpt a rock, and try your best to do an actual factory or a tunnel or something too. Always just try to make it different. So yeah, these are drinking straws and dollar store foam.
Oh, I didn't even pick that up. They're bendy straws.
Drinking straws.
Holy cow.
That's unreal. And it's like a little collar nut in the middle there.
Yeah.
Bash it all together. Yeah, that's it's a nut for, I don't know, I think plumbing.
Plumbing or electrical.
Is there an after shot for that, or is that the after shot?
There probably is. Yeah. I don't know how he edited it.
Yeah. We shall find out, but that is awesome. And I love that. I mean, you have that ability to see stuff and know you can, like straws, nuts, man, I would never have thought of that. I just don't have that creative mind.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Right now, I've been asking my wife what can be used as the exhaust for the fans in a ceiling.
Oh, there. Oh my god.
There we go.
Yeah. Casey, do you want to put me down the bottom so we can see Scott?
I'm sorry. I just I'm not very good at that.
You don't know how to shift people around.
Yeah.
I'm
learning still.
This is the guy. We want to see his face, but
well, I just left the thing up too long.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll do it as well. But that's afterwards, eh? That's freshly painted.
It is. That's right after it's all slapped together.
That looks awesome. Great.
I love the fact that you put the purple techno vipers in there as well. It's a good contrast with the green that you've splashed inside.
Thanks, partner. Yeah, I think there's a televiper all the way in the back in the back.
Oh, I didn't see him.
He's poking his head out there.
Getting plenty of love, Scott.
I appreciate it, guys. Sincerely, this is the best community that I've been a part of for years. Life is a manifest destiny, and you do what you want because nobody else is going to do it for you. And you got to love yourself, and you love others in that way. And you get to make yourself a mass device out of that's an old bird feeder, an acrylic box that I just spray painted. There's a flashlight in there because a piece of quartz at the end, if you push the flashlight, it actually makes the quartz glow.
Oh, that's awesome.
And this one would be scaled more for the classified series.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah. That mass device, I've built that thing probably 3 times. And I keep rebuilding it and going back to it. What a great series of programs we got to grow up with.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do the birds ever come back looking for food?
Yeah. Not from that. Yeah, there it is in action.
That's cool.
That is great.
I was going through the pictures and I was like, I can't get them all, but they all look so amazing.
Well, I sent you so many of them, bud. I mean, I've been involved in art for all of my life.
Oh,
and I've always known the more you have, the better it is to edit out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I like that.
Yeah, it's charging up, ready to blast.
Now we need a weather dominator.
That's definitely been in my my want to do. I saw a fella make an atomic bomb or this mushroom cloud, and I just could not pass up the opportunity. And so I ran out and got a 2-liter bottle, threw a flashlight up in that. You hot glue a bunch of, you start spray painting, you pull it apart, you spray paint it again. Yeah, that's kind of a fun little lamp, actually. And you put the right toy at the right angle, and
So is that cotton balls? Is that what they are?
Yes, sir. Cotton ball. That project cost me maybe $7 to build. I had cans of spray paint laying around.
Yeah.
So it's a great hobby. And you can put as much money into it as you want, but why? You know, if you don't have to, and you can build something for less than $15. Yeah, it's a good way to spend your life.
Unreal.
Very, very amazing. Cool.
I know Mate Myler, he makes them with chicken wire, his explosions.
Heck yeah. Yeah, that'd be a more sturdy one for sure.
Yeah.
Check that out.
That's
it's almost Raiders of the Lost Ark-ish.
Yeah. You do some beautiful work.
Oh, partner. Thanks, Daddy-O. You're too kind. Our buddy Diorama Accessories had mailed me an Egyptian tomb. And all it was just the mummy tomb. And he had sent that to me, and it inspired me to build this whole setup here with Rakondo going in and finding a mummy. That was a fun build. I think I actually put a birthday candle in Rakondo's arm, and that's a real flame.
Oh, real?
Oh, nice.
Living on the edge.
You know it.
Lisa, what the firecracker?
Heavy Metal Toy Box says, save all your junk. Yeah. Everything has use in Dio builds.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It pays to be a hoarder.
Amazing.
Yeah, I got boxes.
You're getting all kinds of love.
Full of box. Thanks, guys.
Larry says you're the Bob Ross of dioramas.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, happy little accidents. All of a sudden, you've got atomic cloud.
I have Bob Ross's autograph, guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was a young man, went to art school in Pittsburgh, worked at the frame shop in Pittsburgh, and well, right back behind me over here, there's a Bob Ross autograph on a mat board.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty neat.
Was he a pretty nice guy?
When you were young, did you have the hair as well? Or
you know what? I could post a picture of me when I was 2. I actually had a blonde afro. I'm not kidding. Now it's as straight as could be going. But yeah.
Very cool.
Was he a pretty nice guy to meet?
So, just as easygoing as it was, we had an art supply store. Well, not we, but I worked for a guy who had an art supply store, and he made a round to the first 15 stores that decided to take on his material
program. Yeah.
Yeah. And he smelled like an ashtray. So
really,
his breast pocket was filled with Marlboro cigarette butts that he had smoked. He didn't want to flip them on the ground. He just put them in his pocket.
That's a bit of a sad story in the end. He didn't really have much say over what he was doing. And yeah. That Netflix documentary was nuts. Yeah.
That's a cool diorama.
Serpenter, yeah, he had to get his own little setup there for that one.
I like that.
It's all perfectly to scale as well.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
That was just photographed on my basement floor, and 4:30 in the afternoon light had come through, and I blew a cloud of smoke into it and took a couple shots, and boom, there it is.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You're a master.
No, just a jackass having fun. Yeah, serious. That's all, man. And yeah,
but you know what? The having fun part's important.
Yeah.
That's facts.
A guy asked me on Instagram last night. He was new to Instagram, and he said, "Do you have?" He said, "I'm open to advice." He said, "I'm just starting in this," and I said, "Never be." I said, "Number one, never be afraid to ask questions, and number two, just have fun."
Yes. Yeah, life's way too serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
And usually the first 30 years of our life, we take it way too serious because everybody's put these expectations on us. And now that I'm 47, wow, it's so fun to be a jackass. You know?
Now, is this the same one that was in the previous picture?
Correct.
Yeah,
So
it just looks.
I just slapped it on my basement floor, and that morning or that sunshine came through, and there's the proof to the pudding. That's all it takes. Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, that is just so cool.
Gaz also adds that you're a master.
Jackass having fun, boys.
Yeah,
fantastic work. It's inspiring.
It is.
Well, I was inspired, and the torch has been passed, you know, guys. And
sorry about that.
There's no sorries.
Well, yeah, apologize.
Yeah. He apologizes for everything.
I do. I overthink things. Really
apologize for apologizing, Eric.
I apologize for apologizing.
Thank you.
I did the best I could on that.
You did a great job.
You know what?
Yeah.
We got to see some great dioramas.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It worked. It was fine.
So, any other tools of the trade that you use? Now that I'm looking at the one you sent me, I could see where you used the rock and pressed it into it.
Yeah.
I wound up picking up a hot knife for the hot wire knife deal.
Uh-huh.
I don't care for this. I need to build myself a table so I can just push it through. This restricts the size of what I'm working with.
Oh yeah.
And
they got those Proxon foam cutters.
Yeah.
Do you use those or?
Oh, I'm a cheapskate. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't know. My wife wound up finding this on Amazon or something a few years back for Christmas. And then my trusty hot glue gun. Yeah, trusty hot glue gun. That's all I use, fellas. I'll come across a picture in a comic book or drive past the building and say, I need to try to build that. That looks like a Cobra operation. Something's going on in there. Yeah, something's going on in there.
That is such a you got my brain working now, and which is scary.
But it's just, I mean, seriously, it's this is all scrap, and I just made one little rock at a time and glued one rock together at a time. And just you make your wood and you figure out what kind of space are we looking for.
One of the ones that
really is.
One of the ones that you did that I didn't get in the video was a forest.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a guy here in Denver who owns a toy store. It's called Monkey Paw Toys. And he asked me to build a couple of diorama displays for his store. And he wanted more of like a Star Wars Forest of Endor type of thing. And so the goal to that one was he wanted to be able to just stick a camera into it and feel the trees.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun.
That looked beautiful. How did you do the trees?
Sure. It's a rectangle of foam.
And then you just shave it down?
Dear Lord, yes. Yep. And I'll take an emery board or a piece of sanding paper, and you work it.
Sand it.
And you just sand that girl until it becomes soft. And she winds up folding into where it is. Now that I've done it, I suppose I could have thought a little bit easier and found different dowel rods.
Yeah.
And accentuated off of the dowel rods.
Mm-hmm.
But I took a piece of foam and I got myself construction wire, and I'd actually put that into the foam to make branches so you could bend the branches. And so the whole thing's modular for that guy, and he can take those trees and put them in any direction that he wants, any which way. So, yeah.
Wow.
Monkey Paw Toys. Check them out.
All right.
I'll have to do that. It's a little bit of a drive for me to get to them, but I'll check them out.
It's a drive even for me to get down to his shop. Yeah. So yeah.
It's a bit of a drive for me too.
Yeah.
If I was going, I would fly. That's too far.
Got a joke for you, Aaron.
Shoot.
What do you get? What do you call a cow that's staring at you? A stakeout.
Oh.
What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One's really heavy,
and the other one's a little lighter.
Can we stop doing these jokes?
You
Sorry,
like
Casey.
my wife now.
I know you hate him. I shouldn't encourage him.
I just heard a really bad one the other day. It was, why was the tomato embarrassed? Because he saw the salad dressing.
Yeah.
And that concludes the dad joke portion of podcast from the pit for today.
And it could leave a brown skid mark in your pants.
Scott's obviously been watching us.
What else?
How do you have a brown skid mark?
Yeah, I had.
That is great.
It was going to get up the back, but I didn't. So. I told my wife last night, I said, oh, I got to go grab him. I got to paint him up brown. She's like, wait a minute. Is he the only one you have? I was like, he's an $11 guy. We're good.
Yeah,
Let's paint him up brown. We're good.
Yeah. That looks great.
Yeah, I had a blast doing it. And he's got some really cool details under his arm there, those throwing knives.
Yeah. Yep.
See, I never knew I had him, and I never even knew he had throwing knives.
I never paid enough attention to him. I just got the good laugh, and
actually looks better than the original.
It ain't too shabby.
For sure.
Yeah. I'll put him in a diorama, and we'll get a photograph of him for Monday night.
So if you get another one, can you paint him red? Because Larry's been looking for a crimson skin.
Done. My in-laws are in town this week, and we'll go out to this antique mall. I'll keep my eyes peeled for a second skid mark. And we'll get a crimson. We'll get a crimson mark. I mean, I'm sorry I beat Foot to the punch. He needs to get on it. He had a couple weeks. He's had a couple weeks.
Larry, he had a comment there. He said, "Shut up and take his money."
Well, I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna get this sent out to you there, Larry.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you made that happen, dude.
So, Heavy Metal Toy Box wants to know, what paints do you use?
I mean, I use everything from. I prefer. There's my setup of my war paint.
Wow.
And I just picked this turbo turbo dork. This is going to be the metal that's going to be on the inside of the pit that I'm working on.
Yeah,
nice.
This tube of paint's dedicated to the pit. But yeah, everything from the war paints, the Valera. I like the game ink also for washes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type. That's what I'm using. I will for big stuff just to get a base coat. I like this $2.50 for this junk. But this really is crap. This is terrible paint.
Yeah.
It's not that bad for like big surfaces because I'm using that for the little dio I'm working on.
They're perfect for stuff like that. It's just the consistency of this stuff from one batch to the next. You'll get water in one batch. You'll get the thickest stuff in the next batch. So the consistency, they are not consistent. But
I've tried to use that before, and brushing it on, it was just like, no.
Yeah, it gets all thick and weird if you dry it out for a quick second. I got just sand. Just from my backyard.
Yeah.
And just put that up in the linings, and that becomes that's good pigment. I like using dirt.
Yeah. I took the stands for some of the modern Joes one time, and I put Elmer's glue on them. I had the Joe standing there. I put Elmer's glue down. Then I took sand and put around it. And then whenever that dried, I took the Joe off of it, which I didn't get none of the glue on him. And then I put like rocks and grass and stuff, make it look like he is standing in
a cool trick to use glue. You can make paint look like it's degrading by using wood glue as your base. Paint on top of that, let that dry, mix in wood glue with some water, and it'll flux apart, and you get all these neat layers. But wood glue is really cool to use as a paint base to make.
So whenever you put the wood glue down and you go to paint over it, is the wood glue supposed to still be wet, or you let it dry?
It depends on what you're looking for. I like to go ahead and wait until it's dry, because then the next layer starts to flux and doesn't quite stick to that other layer that's dry. And you're able to get these neat break aparts like it's natural rust. Yeah.
See, that would drive me nuts.
What's that? Waiting for something to dry?
No, just having it like the paint not sticking to it, because doing customs on figures, you want that paint to stick on there. You want it to be smooth and pretty.
Correct.
And not because I did a snake eyes here and it's all jacked up, and I want to redo the head because I jacked the head plumb up like that.
Throw them under hot water and just scrub it all off.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I want to do, but it drives me nuts. But like whenever you're doing this, you want it to look, some of the stuff you want it to look rough. You don't want it to be pretty.
It's true. Yeah, you don't want it to look pretty. You just don't. Yeah, it gives it such a lived-in effect.
Yeah, and the rougher it looks, the prettier it actually is. Like I'm looking at some of the stones on this that you did, and it just looks great, and it makes me want to like go out and buy some of the thicker foam and make logs and do like a log cabin.
Heck yeah. Well, I mean, right now at Home Depot, you can get a full square for $10. The full sheet that I showed you, that's only a quarter of a full sheet. That's 4 by 6 feet. And I paid $33 for that out the door. Those prices have fluctuated within the last 3 to 4 years. Started off at $5 a sheet. Now it's up to 10. So it is a reasonably inexpensive hobby that you can just go out and grab. And And I just saw on Amazon you can buy like 5 sheets for $15. It's blue. Haven't used it. It might not be the same, but I bet it is.
I use green.
Yeah.
We don't have the pink here. At least I can't find it. So I go to Lowe's and get the green.
Yeah. Lowe's has the green stuff. I think the green stuff is a little bit more dense. It seems a little bit thicker than the softer pink foam that I've been using. Yeah. But it's better than VCR diorama foam, you know.
Yeah.
Matt LaCroix, actually, LaCroix's Toys, that's, if you look at his dioramas, they're all made out of that stuff. And he's able to make it look like a cement brick wall better than any of the generic foam out there. He does a really neat display.
That's cool. I learned a lot today. My head, it feels like it's about to explode. It's got so much information in it.
And Peter says if you know anybody with a business, they might be throwing away packing materials daily. That's good stuff to use.
Yeah.
It's free.
I work in a school, and I'm going to be watching now. We get a lot of different things in, and just trying to think of how to do this pit build. That will be interesting. It'll be huge.
There's going to be no bendy straws left in West Virginia.
No, absolutely not. Bendy straws or anything.
I mean,
that's a great idea. You know,
this is the plug on the inside of a paper towel roll for a dispenser in a bathroom, right?
Yeah, I know the one. Yeah.
Where I work, I replace these every week, every 2 weeks. I'll pop these things out. I mean, who knows? It's imagination station. There's so much to wait for.
Afterburner.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching, Adam. Appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks for being here, buddy.
So, I mean,
joked around.
A lot of great information.
Oh. But Foot joked around and said I should do this podcast from my bed. Since it's 6 o'clock. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Well, we appreciate you getting up early with us.
Oh, it's what an honor. It's a pleasure to hang out and talk Joe stuff and be a nerd.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, just seeing the stuff that you make with the stuff you make it out of, it's inspiring to, make dioramas. And I don't have the skill really, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm one too. So
I will say that my father inspired me whenever I was 9 or so. Tomax and Zaymont, and they had their little slider, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he looked at that little short string and said, "This is useless, Scott." And he put together it was a hanger, and he cut the hanger proper and snipped it right and put it together with a sour cream dish. And he ran a 300-yard piece of fishing line all the way down the bottom of the hill for me. And so from the top of the deck all the way down into the woods.
That's awesome.
Would have been
that is awesome.
8, 9 years old, have that memory. So I will say my father definitely inspired me as a young boy and gave me that whole Yo Joe mentality. Be there for the right reason and do it for the greater good of doing good, and don't be an evil destro. Yeah. So I got to give props to my dad, my father. I love that guy. So
yeah.
Cool.
Definitely. My parents, we didn't have a lot growing up money-wise, but they always made sure that we had a good Christmas.
Yeah.
Got us the toys we wanted. And those are the memories you keep, not the struggles, but just what they would do to go out of their way to make sure you had a good childhood.
Absolutely.
40 years later, still remember a sour cream dish and a hanger. It means a lot. It's the little stuff, guys.
It is awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've hit it just a little over an hour, and I know Ronnie's getting tired.
Yep.
Thanks for staying up late.
Oh, that's all right,
Scott,
mate.
thanks for getting
It
up
does-
early.
It feels like we just got started.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah, no, it went quick. Absolutely, it went quick. Yeah.
I'm only halfway on my thermos of coffee, fellas.
So, Scott, where can people see more of these amazing dioramas?
Oh, just hang out on Monday nights. You know, Foot, he's such a nice guy and got us all together as a community to play in this little sandbox. And he brought us together more than any of us have brought us all together. And your podcast, what a great community. So just check it out on Monday for those Monday night. I got my stupid page, my G.I. Joe for fun. So custom toys, playing around, dioramas.
Yeah, Monday Night Figures on Instagram. That's it. It's always popping and cracking.
Always got some great stuff.
Yeah, and you don't have to have a custom figure. You just like something you just picked up.
That's right.
So,
thank you, guys.
Skid marking.
Thank you, Heavy Metal Toy Box.
Thanks.
Ronnie, got any shows coming up?
Yes, tomorrow. Well, it's tonight for you guys. Adam has the day off tomorrow here in Australia, which is tonight for you guys, and we deciding which GI Joes from each year of GI Joe we would like to block, because everyone goes on a blocking spree from time to time. So tune in. That's I think about 6:30, 7 o'clock your time. Be 11 a.m. our time. That'll be heaps of fun. So
hey, everybody,
be awesome.
This is my brother, my real life brother.
Oh, right.
Awesome.
First time he's ever jumped on here. It's good to see you, Pat.
Welcome.
Yo, Joe.
So our time, Eastern Standard, you say is 7 o'clock?
Yeah, it's prime time for you guys. Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah. Check it out on my channel, Ronnie_Trickshot. Go and subscribe if you want. I won't twist. Go and subscribe if you want. I won't twist your arm.
Yes, you will.
Oh no, I won't.
Yes, Pat, they were the best.
He checked in at just the right time when you were talking about your mom.
He did. I didn't. Yeah. But I mean, those are the memories I keep. Yes. I mean, we had great Christmases.
Yeah. Hillbilly, do you remember the best Christmas catalog? The department store called Best?
Never had that.
Okay. Yeah, down in St. Clairsville, Ohio, there was a department store called Best, and they had a Christmas catalog that would have been about as thick as a telephone book. Boy, that was the best. That was the best.
We
always had the Sears catalog that me and my
Sears
brother
or
would go through at our
JCPenney's.
grandma's.
We either had Sears, JCPenney's, or Montgomery Ward.
And did you have Big Wheel?
No.
Okay.
We had Hills.
Hills department store. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Had Hex.
Never knew
Hex was the best.
We had Hills, Target, 3D. That's not around anymore. Neither's Hills, as far as I know.
Yeah, the Ohio Valley. Growing up down there, we had the Hills and we had Big Wheel, and that's where I could go get my Joes for $3.18 back in the days.
Yeah.
So, with all that being said, check out Ronnie's show tonight.
Thank you.
It's going to be good. Him and Adam always put on a great show.
Give him a follow.
Also, I'm going to give a little plug to the Chaplain's Assistant Motor Pod.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you when you on with him next.
Gary, yeah, we're recording tonight.
Yep.
But he hasn't been doing any. He hasn't been doing them live, so we've just been pre-recording.
Yep.
We are trying to catch up on the Energon Universe comics, so we're going to do like 3 months ago tonight.
Okay.
It's going to be fun. It's always fun.
Sweet.
But if you don't currently subscribe to Podcast from the Pit, please do so. Maybe share with your friends.
Yep.
We're going to have a giveaway coming up pretty soon from our good friend Joe Ricondo's putting something together. We don't even know what it is yet.
Nice.
No.
But I know it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
I'd have a sneaking suspicion as to what it is.
Yeah. I'm guessing maybe Delta 17 related.
Yeah.
But with that being said, you don't want to sleep on Delta 17. It's if you don't have any yet, they are just like opening Joe's as a kid.
Yeah. They're
And
pretty
Foot is
amazing.
right. Go watch Ronnie.
Thank you.
Sub the Ronnie. Sub to Adam. Shark Eyes.
Yeah. Sub to us.
I'm very big.
Larry said Delta 17 and he wants to give away. Larry, you got a brown skid mark tonight, Larry.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be too greedy.
Right. Well, like I say, every week we've now hit the rambling. I will ramble all day if I don't shut this off.
Me too.
Thank you, everybody, for being here on the stream. We enjoy reading your comments and being part of the conversation. You guys really are the best. So, with all that being said, take care, and we'll be back next week talking about something. Right. Not sure yet. But we'll have a topic.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.